Are you ready to uplevel your sales game? Well, here is a gift for you. It is the Mastering the Sales Conversation mini training. This training gives you my proven step-by-step approach to sales so that you can go from that overwhelmed and intimidated approach that you have to sales to feeling confident and leading a conversation so that you easily guide somebody to hiring you. You can get it right now by going to yoursalesmaven.com/mastering. This is my gift to you. Go grab it now.
Do sales conversations make you feel awkward or pushy? It's time to ditch the outdated salesy strategies. Your guide, Nikki will show you how to combine kindness with selling skills to meet your prospects where they are, and in the process, how to uplevel your influence and income. Learn how to earn business easily and effortlessly. Here's Nikki.
Welcome and thank you for listening to the Sales Maven Show. I'm your host, Nikki Rausch, your own personal sales maven, here to offer you tips and strategies and techniques to master your sales conversation. Today, we are going to be talking about the secrets to eliciting powerful client reviews and testimonials. And I'm super excited to share some results with you in this episode and hopefully inspire you to capture your own better quality testimonials and reviews so that you can attract more of your ideal clients. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Now, hopefully, if you're a longtime listener to the show, or even if you're a relatively new listener to the show, you might have checked out episode 222 when I had my guest, Melissa Rose, on. It was a part of the Mastering Excellence series. So that particular episode is called Boost Sales with Google Business Profile, Essential Strategies for Maximizing Visibility and Engagement. There were a couple things that Melissa shared in that episode that were huge, like aha moments, like huge light bulb moments for me, that have completely inspired me to do this episode. So thank you, Melissa. I'm so grateful to you. And I learned so much in that episode. And actually, I heard from quite a few listeners who took action. I know at least a couple of my clients, maybe one for sure, I know hired Melissa. A few others have engaged with her to help them on their Google profiles. So that was super exciting. I got a lot of really positive feedback from that particular episode. And so some of the things that she shared in there that were huge aha like moments for me is one, how I didn't really ever think about the fact that I make purchasing decisions and hiring decisions oftentimes based on people's testimonials and reviews. I want to know what other people are saying. And I've been feeling like there's something I need to do in my personal life. We're looking to hire somebody to help us with this. And I keep going and trying to find reviews. And I'm super frustrated because I can't find reviews for things. And when Melissa had talked about this on the podcast, I think she had mentioned this is what people do. And then I started thinking about my own buying habits and specifically like just even shopping on Amazon. My husband and I both do this. Like we go and read the reviews before we make purchasing decisions, oftentimes, even for small things, but definitely for anything that's over $100. Like we're looking to see what are the reviews. And I do the same thing when I'm deciding what books to read, like what are the reviews? And so it was this huge like, aha, Nikki, okay, I need to be better about capturing reviews. So that was one thing that she said. And then the other thing that she talked about is even a service-based business should be thinking about their Google business profile and these reviews that people can find on Google. And I think at the time that I was recording that episode, I had one 5-star review on Google about my business of a client who posted it for me, Carol. Thank you, Carol, a while back. So I had one. And Melissa in her episode talked about how Google uses those reviews for SEO like search. And so it helps bring some things up. So that was that second like huge light bulb moment for me. And I started going like, oh, maybe I should be paying more attention to this in my business. And so I started paying a little bit more attention to it after her and I were done with the episode. And this was actually even before the episode aired. So we had recorded it a few weeks before. And so I started asking people, clients, to leave me reviews, specifically on the Google, like on Google. And I got a few right away. So I think I went from like 1 to 5 within the first week. Um, and the reviews were good. And as a matter of fact, I actually booked a new speaking gig, and I'm pretty sure it was from the Google reviews that this person like found their way to me and then went and searched my website and did a little bit of stuff and then decided like to reach out to me. And so I booked a new client from it. So that's exciting. That inspired me even more. And then I kept thinking about, and it just kept repeating in my head, the importance of this SEO. Like if Google's using this for SEO, these reviews, then what people are writing in the reviews is super important, right? So I needed to be better about the way I was capturing the reviews. Now, you might have found yourself in a similar situation where maybe you're talking to a client and they're raving about you. They're talking about the results they've gotten from the work that you've done together. And they're just like, they're on cloud nine and they're saying like the best possible things ever. And then you go, gosh, thank you so much for all those compliments. I'm so happy about your results. Would you put that in a testimonial? And they say, sure. And then either they don't write the testimonial because they're busy and it's not a priority, or they write a testimonial and it comes back and they're like, she's great. Her work is good. And you're like, what about all those things that you were talking about, results that you've gotten? Like none of that stuff makes it into the testimonial or into the review, depending. I'm kind of using these words interchangeable. So I started thinking, okay, we got to get better about making it easy for people to write powerful reviews and powerful testimonials because those matter. And you want people to see transformation, right? Like people, when they're deciding to give you money, they want to know that something is going to transform for them. Otherwise, why would they invest the money? So you want your testimonials, or at least I want my testimonials to reflect that. So I started thinking about, okay, I got to get better about this. So I've come up with a few ways to do it. And I've been talking about this a ton to clients since that, again, my interview with Melissa, because she really blew my mind. And I've been encouraging my clients to do the same thing. So I'm going to share a couple of these strategies, but one client in particular, when I was having this conversation with her about reviews and I was explaining to her how simple that it could be for her to grab these really good testimonials from her clients and to do it in a simple way that would make it easy for them to get it done. In the last month, she's doubled her reviews on Google just by implementing what I'm going to talk to you about, what I'm going to like walk you through these steps. She's already doubled her reviews. And I don't think I shared my stats. So in 2 months since the episode aired, and really to be fair, I've been probably doing it for 2.5, maybe even 3 months. I went from having one really nice 5-star review on Google to now, today, when I'm recording this, I have 25 5-star reviews. That feels like huge progress. And it's not like they were all dumped there in a day, right? Like these are true testimonials of transformation that clients have been willing to go and post on Google. Now that content is up there. I can now repurpose it and reuse it. I'll be using it in my emails. You'll see in promotions. I'll be using it on the website. It'll be in sales copy, right? Like there's all these ways that you can now repurpose this public content. All right. So here's a couple things that I've done, some strategies that I've implemented. And again, I'm sharing these with you, not to like pat myself on the back, but I'm sharing them with you because they're working. And if you like them and you implement them, I know they're going to work for you too. And I want you to see these kind of results in your own business without causing you a ton of angst around getting reviews from people, right? Because I do get pushback from clients when I say, like, oh, did you ask this person for a testimonial when they're sharing results? And they go like, oh, I feel weird about it. And it's like, okay, well, let's make it super easy. So here are some of the steps that I've implemented and you can implement as well. Do you know how to recognize and act on a buying signal? I have a gift that is going to teach you these 17 buying signals so that you're ready when you get them to take action and move somebody to the next part of the sales conversation. You can get this right now by going to yoursalesmaven.com/Maven. Go grab it now. So the first thing is I started really paying attention to the things that people were saying, right? When I'm working with a client and they're sharing results, I'm taking notes. I'm writing down specific results that they're sharing. And then when they're done sharing, when it's appropriate, I ask them, would you be open to me taking the words that you just shared or the results that you just shared with me and writing up a testimonial for you? And then you can review it, you can tweak it, you can adjust it to where you feel comfortable and confident around it. And then may I use it in my marketing? And I haven't had anybody say no to this. So I actually started crafting testimonials based on results and things that clients have said, like the specific person has said about me to me, put it in a testimonial, send it to them, and let them approve it or tweak it or change it or whatever, and then have been able to use it. And then actually I send them a simple link so they can post the review, which I have only had a few people not post the review that they've said they would, and I'm assuming they like got busy or maybe they forgot or whatever. But probably like 90% of the clients, because I actually send it written to them. So all they have to do is cut and paste, click the link, paste it there, hit, submit, and it's done. It's so easy. So that's the first way that I've been doing this and getting some success. And then I started thinking about that there are plenty of people who I don't get to talk to very often, but have had great success from working with me. So I asked if they'd be willing to write a transformational testimonial. I did offer an incentive for them to do it. So there was a win for these people that were willing to do it. They actually got to take part in something that normally would be a paid program. They got to participate in, like as a thank you for submitting the testimonial. But I didn't leave it for them to just write, here's what I did. And this is what I think has been a game changer. So my team and I, one person on my team, we created a Google form where I wrote up very specific language and explained the process of how to use the form. And then I gave 2 examples of transformational testimonials to get get the juices flowing, like get them thinking about it. And then I broke it down sentence by sentence. So instead of asking them to write like a full testimonial from start to finish, we broke it down into sections. So sentence 1, this was like the first sentence that we asked them to follow a specific format. So it was talking about like what was the challenge, right? So, and then I gave 2 examples of like sample sentences. Not that they had to use those, they could certainly write anything they wanted. But again, it was to get their juices flowing about like, I was struggling with, or before hiring Nikki, my challenge was, right? Like the 2 sentences for them to like, oh, okay, so I can use either of these and I can write a version of my first sentence. Then they move to the next section in the Google document that has a different like 2-sentence idea to get them to write the second sentence in the testimonial. And we did this like sentence by sentence. We asked them to complete 4 of the categories. There were 5. So they could pick and choose. And then at the end, they were giving their permission. We asked them to upload their headshot if they were, willing, so we could use their headshot as well. And then my team actually takes those 5 different sentences or 4 different sentences in many cases, puts it into a complete version of a testimonial, sends it to the person for final approval. And then once they give final approval, we send them the link with the full testimonial and ask if they will cut and paste it onto Google. This has worked like a charm. It has worked so well. And that's how we've gotten to these 5-star, 25 5-star reviews is this format. And probably more than half of these have come using this format. I'm in love with this format. It's working. People, like maybe when they see the format first, they go like, oh, this is going to take a while. But once they start, it's like, oh, boom, 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 done. Now it's done. They don't really have to do much. Now I did incent them. So you might have to incent your people. You can decide whether or not you need to do that. But giving them samples of sentences just to get their juices flowing seems to be the game changer. So again, I gave them 2 full sample testimonials, and then we broke it down sentence by sentence with 2 examples for each sentence of what they could write there. And it created these beautiful transformational testimonials. I'm super excited to use them. We'll see what other results come from them. If nothing else, I have some really great content to use for marketing. We are seeing some traffic increase, which is good for Google. That's nice. And again, my whole point in sharing this with you today was maybe to inspire you, because I was so inspired by that episode and wanted to take action. Implementers get results. I love working with implementers. I am an implementer myself. So if you're inspired by this particular episode, please go and take action. And if you're willing to share what your results are, I'd love to hear from you. I'm so always delighted to hear from you as a listener, to tell me what you got out of the podcast or how you used it or what results you got. I am truly delighted to hear from you. So whether that's something you post on social media and tag me, or whether you just message me privately, I'm always delighted to hear. So please share your results. Okay, take action. I'm wishing you continued success, and go out there, get those really powerful testimonials. Take care.
Thanks for listening to Sales Maven. Visit us online at yoursalesmaven.com/maven for more resources to boost your confidence and skills.
Are you ready to increase your confidence in your sales conversations? I have a gift for you that is going to show you exactly how to do that. It is my Closing the Sale ebook. It's all about leveling up your confidence, giving you language to use, how to seamlessly move somebody through the sales process. And you can get it right now by going to yoursalesmaven.com/Maven. Go grab it.